Ladies and gentlemen, we are on the precipice of one wild week of weather. Today, tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So buckle up and get ready, because things are kind of strange. And hey, sunspot 1, sunspot 2, sunspot 3, sunspot 4. That is definitely one waking up and active sun, in my opinion. In my opinion, is staring at facts, buddy. This video is going to have a little bit of everything, and I'm in a weird mood. Right now, we're looking at a giant freaking iceberg tearing off the Antarctic and trying to get away from the main body. So, there you go. This is off of the Brunt ice shelf. Make your own joke at home if you want to, I guess. We're looking at big snow through this area, and Colorado could be getting record snow. We're talking over 5 feet possible in some areas. And then you've got massive fire danger spreading across multiple states. And then wind for the beige. Okay? It's almost like you can see the magma pulsing underground through the heat signature in the terrain. Or whatever. Yeah, this is where all fire danger will be. And definitely be prepared for maximum weirdness this week as we go through the Ides of March, which will be the 15th. Matt Lanza, who used to be a huge fan of Tony Danza, is talking about how the buoy data in the Gulf is all broken. That seems weird. Speaking of magma, speaking of volcanoes, speaking of lava, speaking of ash, speaking of eruptions, San Cristobal in Nicaragua has had a major, massive eruption this morning. And so, yeah, the earthquakes have just been freaking out, bro. Totally. So expect earthquake activity to increase with all the gas giants, including Saturn, Jupiter, Uranus, Neptune, on the same side of the sun. Okie dokie. You've also got major, massive flooding going on in Hawaii, in a lot of their islands, as they've been getting hit with some nasty, nasty rain. And I got to say, that could be a portent for possible future volcano eruptions in Hawaii, in my opinion. Mount Etna in Italy is still doing its thing. It's almost as if the volcanoes are having their own Olympics here in 2021. Mount Etna's been totally freaking out for like 4 or 5 weeks now. Although it took a little break, and I guess that break is now over. Models have projected in Colorado anywhere from over 50 inches to some crazier models have suggested 100 inches of snow in parts of Colorado. How deep will it get? Well, you'll have to stay tuned. Nobody knows, but be sure and take your guesses. For example, if you just wanted to pick like one pivot spot in Colorado, look, this is a 48-hour projection. Like, let's say this pivot spot right here, this is 48 straight hours of snow. And the darker blue means heavier snow. And so we don't know exactly how much snow parts of Colorado will get, but everybody agrees now that it is going to be quite a bit. It's going to be a lot of snow. It's going to be a very impactful snowstorm, even by Colorado terms. We've got a bunch of wetness and thunder and lightning that have been moving into California and will continue to do so. This is a 48-hour mixed precipitation map. And you've got more snow pushing through the Minnesota and the Great Lakes areas. You've got some heavy rain pushing on down through here. And this is just over the next 48 hours. So, I mean, there's definitely a lot going on. I'm very glad I slept a lot over the last few days. So now I'm charged up and ready to go to bring you guys important information you will need to make all your decisions. Not all of them. You'll have to do some of your research on your own and then make some of your own decisions on your own. But it looks like over the next 7 days, there's going to be some heavy possible flooding in these areas. Mike, out there chasing tornadoes, good luck, buddy. Be smart, be safe, use the force, and pray. Yeah, heavy flooding possible for these areas. And parts of Hawaii got a surprise 20 inches of rain, almost 21, in less than a day. And so I've done this long enough that if we start getting hit with surprise 20 inches here or surprise 30 inches there, then it can happen almost anywhere. That means the atmosphere is primed for maximum rain dumpage. So this is just kind of signs we take into the spring with this. You know, earthquakes, major story throughout March so far. Volcanoes, major story throughout March so far. And now the atmosphere is just dumping rain. So factor that into all your stuff. And I'm not making light of any of the dangerous situations that are abound. Bad situation unfolding in Hawaii as a flash flood emergency is in effect. They had over 4,500,000 gallons per minute. And in 1 hour, a flow that increased 2.7 million gallons per minute, with a noted level rise of 7.89 feet. Look at that. And so, look, man, it has been dangerous for a while, and there are always going to be people who show up and say there's no danger and that it's fake news. But yeah, dude, we're living in a dangerous world now. It's best to be as prepared as possible. Yeah, it is definitely flowing. Josh Lorenzo letting us know, Halaiwa, down by Hawaii, they've gotten a whole lot of rain, and this was 11 hours ago. There is still rain happening there and still flash flood warnings that are persisting. California has been getting a good bit of lightning with some rain. It's always interesting. California doesn't get as much lightning as, like say, Texas, so they always seem to be very excited about it. Danny letting us know that we have a birth of a new cinder dome at the Cluj-Kosko volcano, as they had a pretty big eruption as well. And this volcano eruption in San Cristobal was a pretty notable one in Nicaragua, coating the whole city in ash. And I know that, you know, Denver's used to getting snow, but NWS Boulder is saying, look, Saturday and Sunday, you're looking at a extremely significant event for Denver, Fort Collins, foothills, the mountains, the plains. So I just don't want you to get caught off guard. I want you to be aware of what may be headed your way, you know? Remember, it was like a week ago, we had an 8.1 earthquake in New Zealand. So that's where the bar is at right now for March, and we still have 3 weeks left to go. So you get red flag warnings right before tons of snow and strange weather with severe weather. You know, I ain't got to tell you, things are unstable. Check this out. This is today, Sakurajima volcano in Japan. So you got Etna popping off. You got San Cristobal popping off. You got the one in Russia popping off. Yeah. And I wouldn't be surprised if Pacaya or Popocatépetl are also getting a bit crazy. You know, not only was California getting lightning, but some areas like in Bolinas and San Francisco were seeing some hailstones. Europe and parts of the United Kingdom, Ireland, are seeing wet and windy weather, and that will persist. Yeah, it's going to get pretty blowy in some spots over the UK over the next 24 hours. So be sure and tie your hat down. You've got picture perfect Habana, the category 4 typhoon in the Indian Ocean, spinning away as a reminder that hurricane season is not too far away. And hey, what do you know? Veniaminoff volcano in Alaska. That's America. I don't know if you knew that. So technically we have volcano activity happening in the United States of America. Alaska's in there. The effusive, explosive eruption of the volcano continues at low levels. So, yep, will we see volcanic eruptions in California, Oregon, or Washington, or Canada this year? Maybe. Definitely maybe. Hey, UK, Britain, and Ireland, a powerful storm will approach y'all during the day on Wednesday, move across Scotland Wednesday night, and will end up stalled in the northern North Sea by Thursday night. So be on the lookout for damaging wind, power cuts, coastal flooding, travel delays, downed limbs, and inconveniences. Jim Cantori. So yeah, We don't know exactly how much snow Colorado's going to get or exactly where the main totals are going to go, but most of the models are pointing towards some crazy totals. Hey, Cheyenne, that's my new crush from the show Superstore. Superstore is a sitcom I've been watching on NBC. It's only got 2 episodes left, with one coming out tomorrow. And I know some people are like, look, I come here to hear you talk about weather, not about your crushes. And I'm like, okay, I'm trying, okay? But she could totally play Jubilee in the upcoming X-Men franchise. You know what I'm saying? Okie dokie. But yeah, this is from an hour ago, and this entire island for Kapuhai, all these words, names, and they're still under flash flood warning. A 142-year-old record broken by massive temperature turnaround in Minnesota, with Alvin and Lisa being super cool, sending me drawings of horses. I love that shit. Thank you. Negative 19 on the 14th to 62. Not too far down the road. Yeah, we're talking heavy snow today from Wyoming to Minnesota. Snow totals up to a foot will be possible. That includes you, Wyoming, and South Dakota. What is NE? Can't be New England. North, I don't know. I'm trying to come up with a funny joke. I'm failing myself. So I should move on. Cheyenne, there you are again. That's her name in the show. Yeah, here are the areas we are watching for possible tornado spin-ups today. I'm highlighting these areas. So it's going to be severe weather. You're going to have floods. You're going to have tons of snow. You're going to have flood. You're going to have a lot this week. It's going to be a wild week. I've been talking about it for like 2-3 weeks now. And if you are lucky enough to have a significant other that you enjoy the good things in life with that are kind of magical, you can go out right before dawn and see Mercury, Jupiter, and Saturn up in the sky with the moon. You guys can hold hands and kiss and stuff and be like, oh, isn't it magical? Man. Now, this is usually the portion where I go off on some tangent about romance. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to stick on weather. Here we go. Sticking on weather. But yeah, dude, it's going to be a wild week. Totally wild week. Chicks dig it when I talk about cyclones. And somebody was going to be out there like, chicks don't like it when you call them chicks. I was like, well, I was talking about the little baby chickens, man. And they don't even speak English. So how could they get offended? You know what I'm talking about? Now I'm just being a goober. Because I think I've been in this foxhole for far too long. Brittany Boyer, more than 36 cities tied and broke record high temperatures yesterday. And so, in February, we had all these record lows being broken temperature-wise. This month we're having record highs. It's like the Earth is like a snow globe lava lamp McDLT, you know? But yeah, confidence is growing among AccuWeather meteorologists that shit is going to get wild and crazy. And honestly, if I talk about a specific time period, which was the 10th to the 22nd, for like 3 weeks, that means that time period is probably going to be crazy. And if it isn't, I'm okay if it busting, but there are no signs right now that this time period is going to bust. And if not, like icebergs and sun waking up and all the volcanoes and the earthquakes, like, you know, their signs are everywhere. But no, I don't think it's doomy. Because, like, we've survived everything that led us up to here. And I got a feeling we'll survive this, too. Most of us, anyways. Hey, volcano. But, yeah, dude, when we start to see the Mother Nature dropping 21 surprise inches of rain, be prepared for that pretty much anywhere in the USA. But definitely around volcano spots. Notice how it says volcano? So it started dropping all this rain right by the volcano. So, yeah, imagine more volcanic activity to be going popping. They're drawing weather dicks. I mean, detective. The strongest inland wind gusts look to occur over this general area. This is where we'll be seeing, locally spread 60 to 65 mile per hour inland gusts. This is Europe. See, Limerick. There once was a man from Nantucket. All right. Oh, geez. I'm going to move today. Okay. But we're talking Birmingham, Aberystwyth, Cardiff, you know. But yeah, so the weather's just going to be super wild all over the place. There's just so much to show you. So I'm going to show you today. I think this is just today, though. So yeah, this is just a pre-game. But it's on big time across Wyoming. What is NE? Western NE? Well, I know, I'll figure it out later. Nebraska. Thank you. Sorry. Brain fart. Nebraska, South Dakota. Heavy snow setting up along the atmosphere. And hail. Severe hail along I-35 corridor. Yeah, man. All right. So I'll be up and around. Although I might take a nap sometime today. But yeah, it's gonna be a weird, wild week, and technically 2 weeks. The Ides of March. Be prepared for just about anything. But yeah, severe weather. We're talking crippling snow for some spots, severe storms, flooding. You know, I was surprised earthquakes in there. Volcanoes be popping off. People losing their minds a bit. But good things can happen too. We'll see though. Okay? All right. So I want you to have a fantastic day. I want you to have a fantastic week. I want you to stay safe. I want you to stay cool. And I want you to enjoy life as much as possible. God bless everyone. Talk to y'all soon. May the force be with you always. And let us live long and prosper together. Peace out. Oh, yeah.